can I kick it?
They love their crab cakes and they love their football. That's what Maryland does. And we are at M&T Bank Stadium down near the inner harbor of Baltimore. Here's the scene a short time ago. The Ravens introduced to this sellout crowd, and through a sea of pyrotechnics, out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with the Cleveland Browns. Time for a much-needed and much-welcome diversion. The NFL is back. Here we go, week one. Taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
And you know he wants to make the most of every carry because he competes with his quarterback. Lamar Jackson, 4 carries and yardage. But Mark Ingram, over 1,000 yards last season. And then the Ravens went out and drafted J.K. Dobbins out of Ohio State in the second round. So now the Ravens potentially have 2 guys to pair with Lamar Jackson in the run game. Wishbone formation, anyone?
Complete to Mark Andrews.
Good catch there by Mark Andrews, who was Lamar Jackson's favorite target last year. They came in the same draft class and quickly got in sync with each other. Andrews led the team in receptions with 64 last year for 852 yards en route to his first Pro Bowl.
He's got the first down and more inside the 40. 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Ingram, 54 yards. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. We thought they may be a quick strike offense this season. That is lightning quick. Not bad for the first drive of the year.
That has to actually exceed expectations, doesn't it? Because most teams want to be a quick strike offense. They want to score as quickly as possible and run a defense into submission. What they have to understand is, while they got it done there, long way to go. Don't get discouraged if you have to run a few more plays on your next drive.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. On first down, Chubb going to get forward for only about a couple. 2nd and 8 forthcoming. But you might remember Nick Chubb, he had a heck of a game last year in Week 4 in what turned out to be a 40-25 Browns win over these Ravens. He finished with 165 yards, 3 rushing touchdowns. Of course, never fear for the Ravens, though. After that loss, they went on a run. They would win their next 12 in a row to finish the regular season at 14-2. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. On 3rd down, Mayfield. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon.
And that's a sight familiar to Ravens fans. Matthew Judon, a 2019 Pro Bowler. He led the Ravens with a career-high 9.5 sacks in 2019.
That's taken on the 25. A very good punt, but a 16-yard return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, Jackson. It's caught by Mark Ingram. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 12 yards there and a first down.
Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed, his elusiveness, and the ability to get him on the ground and how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower as a professional.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. It's brought in here by Willie Snead. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
10 yards on the pickup. It's second and inches at the Browns' 15-yard line.
On second and very short. Jackson, quick slant to Brown. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. They'll run here with Ingram. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up second and goal.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score one touchdown, you're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got one, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
Second and goal from the 1. They'll look to run with Ingram. And this is not going to do it as he's stopped at the 2-yard line. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Jackson now. And that'll be caught. Touchdown, Ravens. It's Hollywood Brown. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Ravens will add on to their lead.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure to just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Quarterback. His pass complete to Kareem Hunt. It's a gain of 4. And it's
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
With the score, Ravens 14, Browns nothing.
They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all. And now they're looking at 3rd down here. From the gun, Mayfield. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
First down, Cleveland.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
He was tackled.
11 more on that one, and another first down.
11 on the play.
And a nice carry and a first down for Cleveland. A nice pickup there by Nick Chubb, who's a bright spot for this Cleveland offense. He finished 2nd in the league in rushing in 2019 with nearly 1,500 yards on the ground and got into the end zone 8 times. And how about this for durability? Has not missed a game in his NFL career. What a bounce back from a big-time knee injury while at the University of Georgia.
At the Ravens' 43-yard line.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Working out of the gun, Mayfield over the middle to Beckham. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 26. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
First down, Browns.
Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before that he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game. This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave them with some options here on 4th and inches. And no field goal try here from the red zone. Offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Touchdown,
A 16-yard touchdown run. And the Browns are back within a score. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of a season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Ingram. Tackle that time by Ronnie Harrison. On that last run, he's now hit the 6,000-yard mark for rushing yards in his career.
And moves him squarely into the top 100 rushers of all time. In fact, he can boast that he's rushed for over 1,000 yards more than Gale Sayers did in his career. And Gale Sayers was a Hall of Famer in a short career.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
From the gun on third down, Jackson looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And he's got a first down following a pickup of about 13 as we will take a pause here for the 2-minute warning. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mack Wilson, and he'll bring this one back to the 29. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. And then you give up the touchdown on the last drive, now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
25 yards.
25 yards that time. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
Flushed out right. And it's intercepted. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. Well, he went on the move there and started rolling out. I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly, intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, you don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the case there, and the defense certainly benefited.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Ravens will extend their lead.
Tucker lining up.
A year ago, Lamar Jackson led the league in touchdown passes with 36. And many of those went to his tight end, Mark Andrews, who went to the Pro Bowl in his second season in the league. He led all tight ends with 10 receiving touchdowns in 2019. Many people argue that he's Jackson's go-to guy. I say there's no doubt that that is his main target, and he goes to him again for a touchdown connection.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Taken from about the 12. Oh, good return up past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
34-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And now the clock reads precisely 1 minute to go in the half. You want to run the 1 minute offense? This is a good test right here.
It certainly is, and definitely not a time to think about kneeling and going into the half. This is a chance to attack a little bit, but not having to get everything in one shot either. 10 yards here, 15 there. Work the sidelines, work the clock. Give yourself a chance for at least a field goal going into the half.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 11 yards there, first down.
Nice grab there by Kareem Hunt. It's going to be fun to watch him expand his game here in 2020. Versatile in the passing game, can carry it on the ground as well. Remember, he only played about half the season in 2019, 37 catches and a touchdown during that time. He's going to find more snaps this year and really expand this offense.
Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Throw left side complete. That's Ingram. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 46-yard line.
Jackson from the shotgun. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. From the gun, it's Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
1st and 10.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
And he'll go down for a loss inside his own 5 at the 4. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Kickoff for Baltimore.
We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. And that'll be incomplete. Austin Hooper, Pro Bowler a year ago, the intended target. But it's going to be 2nd down.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face. Coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
1st down, Browns.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. He's got the 1st down and more past midfield. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown.
Touchdown.
Kareem Hunt, 65 yards. And the Browns have cut it back within a score.
Well, I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Extra point attempt to follow here. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now.
Ravens 21, Browns 14.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive 1st and 10. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Larry Ogunjobi on the tackle in his 4th year now out of the University of Charlotte. A big part of this young Browns defense.
Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7. Ingram again. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Taken down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
On 3rd down, Jackson. They go screen. This is Ingram. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 16 yards on that one and a Raven 1st.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a 1st down.
And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Jackson. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. From the gun, Jackson. And that will be incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Browns will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he will lose yardage here back to his own 6. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going? Crashed down inside and tackled him for a loss.
And he'll take this one up to about the 13. And he's able to get more than half of what they needed. That brings up a 3rd and 5.
7-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. And, boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down. So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
On 2nd and 12, Mayfield. And a quick throw here, that's complete. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Odell Beckham.
And there's a good catch by Odell Beckham Jr. And in 2019, even though it was one of the least productive seasons of his career, he was still a 1,000-yard receiver for the 5th time. Also caught the longest reception of his career as well. An 89-yard touchdown against the Jets on a Monday night. Explosive is Odell Beckham Jr.
And he's going to have the 1st down yardage to the 35.
35-yard line.
Just enough to get the 1st down there with a 1-yard pickup. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Brought down.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
No gain on the play.
2nd and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener.
5-yard line.
They run it again with Chubb. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
15.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that 1st half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
The tackle made by L.J. Ford.
47-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and
that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up on 2nd and 7. They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
9 yards.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come. And Mayfield again with the interception, his 3rd. Picked off around the the 27. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
The Ravens take over.
You're looking there at a defensive back who's maybe a step slower than he was when he came into the league a decade ago. I know I questioned his speed coming into the game, but what he's lost in speed, he's more than made up for it with intellect. And that's a great job of knowing how to position himself to make that interception.
Number 21.
I give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
On the tackle.
Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
The throw here to Andrews, the tight end. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
2nd down at 6 now from the 42. They'll try to run some clock with Ingram. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
3rd and
2. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Well, you know, if you've got the defense laying back, maybe that option works. But if you're coming hard on 3rd down,
it doesn't work because you force the hand of the quarterback and the runner too quickly, and most of the time, unsuccessfully.
.46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. And you can't do it much better than that. This ball kicks out of bounds at the 4-yard line.
4-yard line.
You hate to give the ball away here in the 4th quarter while you're just holding a slim lead. But that punt, absolutely ideal. They pin them inside the 5-yard line. They give their defense a really nice opportunity.
They begin this drive with Chubb. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Patrick Queen on the tackle. It's a gain of 9. Brings up.
And again, it's Chubb.
At the 13.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
At the 28-yard line. A gain of
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. 1st down, Mayfield. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
incomplete.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Now Mayfield. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. He'll look to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Derek Wolfe popped stepping in for the sack. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. Mayfield to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And defensively, that might just seal a Week 1 victory.
On downs.
Now Ingram, he's been busy today. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Again, they'll run with Ingram. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
Today.